Welcome back to Apex Alchemy. Today we're going to do the. We're going to be starting to work on the sheath for the Grayman Satu. Um, why I have no idea. It could just be a thing where I might want to carry a regular size pocket knife in my pocket and have this on my side. So what we did was start off with this is like some pretty thick paper or some kind of thin cardstock, like however you want to look at it. What I've done is I've folded it long ways because this is not a long knife for a fixed blade, and we're gonna rest it in here. Let's see about how deep we want that sheath to go. I'm gonna go about halfway through the jimping, like so. You'll see here in just a second, hopefully. We'll fold this together. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, we definitely want to go past this, the finger choil. Okay, so now, okay. Now we'll trace the blade. I just kind of get a rough estimate of where that blade is. And I'm not going to trace in here. We're gonna go out here because we know, oh, that's got to fit in. I'll just freehand over here. Okay. Continue to do the same thing on the other side. The reason why I'm doing this on cardstock is because it will actually kind of give me a rough estimation. You see how, okay. Kind of give me a rough estimation on how the knife is gonna feel in hand. I'm sorry, the sheath is gonna fit in the knife. the knife is gonna fit in the sheath. Like, however you want to look at it. So once we have our basic outline, which may be kind of hard to see actually with the pencil, I'm just going to trace it out with the Sharpie so it'll be more visible. My Sharpie was about dead, but it got it dark enough, so I'm not really sweating it. But we've kind of got an idea of how the Satu would fit in that sheath. Now it's going to have to be bigger than this, because of the stitching or the rivets that we're going to do on the other side. What we want to do is we want to start down here in the center, put a dot about an inch. This is where I got my caliper set. An inch. Well, it's zeroed. An inch will give you ample room for stitching or rivets or whatever, and enough room to actually mold the knife. So I'll go around the edges like this and mark an inch all the way around. So I'm finishing up my dots. And just a note that it would have been a lot easier to do this this sheath with a strap that was actually connected to the right side for a belt loop. But I'm gonna do a little something. I'm gonna be complicated about it. I'm gonna do something just a little bit different. So for a right hand carry, you'd want your strap on the right hand side of the. Is that right? No. Well, yeah. You want to draw it out on the right hand side. It's going to be kind of mirrored until you flip it around and transfer all this to leather anyway. Not a big deal. But with a congruent sheath like this, it wouldn't be that big of a deal on which side you put the strap on, because like it'd be kind of reversible regardless. But the no, it would matter. It would definitely matter. So yeah, you'd want your sheath. You'd want your, you know, like if you wanted to leave a strap attached to the sheath, I would say, you know, right hand carry, left hand left hand side of the drawing, unless you're drawing from the other direction, of course. If you're drawing down like me or whatever, then yeah, be on the right hand side on this side. Okay, anyway, so now I'm going to connect my dots. Now I've got the dots connected. So this will be the first step of making a leather sheath. And like I said, I'm going to go with something a little bit more complicated on the strap. I'm going to rivet. See, like if the way I'm thinking is the outside of the sheath is going to be this grain. If I was to leave a strap and fold it under, then I would get the opposite side of the leather showing on top. What I want is the grain showing on top. So I'm going to cut a strip and rivet it to the leather to secure it in place. You know, we'll probably use a couple of different rivets, maybe copper. I'm not sure. I haven't made my decision on the rivets yet. May rivet the entire thing. I think the rivet looks this, you know, of course, nice stitching looks great, but I think rivets are more permanent and industrial. So anyway, see you in the next video for the next step. Be transferring this to leather.